Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's meditation transmission. As we are winding down, the energies move all the way to the back body so that you move a little bit away from the field of the mind, which is mostly above your head and the front body. And today we're going to talk about the natural view. I would quote Padmasambhava, who was the second Buddha from Tibet. Um, he calls our natural luminous, unbridled state the natural view. And he gives us many directions and directives how to remain in that natural view. Because if we do not have we all have the natural view, and the natural view is our primordial, unsoiled nature, and soiled not in a moral sense, but more obstructed by all kinds of energetic patterns that are caused by different egregores of the mind. And we actually create these egregores. Um, and he's leading us back to the state of purity. Padmasambhava, not just him, but most Eastern traditions talk about how do we abide in pure luminous awareness. And I'm going to state a few tenets that you've heard many times, that you do not arrive at this state because it's already here. But most of us nonetheless spend our lives in distraction. And why it's very easy to spend our life in distraction is because we get very easily mired in the web of the mind. And we have to understand that there are many layers of the mind, the Mahatattva, or the cosmic mind, or even the past cosmic mind, is that which is the backdrop to everything. And then all of that, everything is also, people are joining. The everything is creating that which you call your individual mind as well. So there's nothing wrong with our functioning, the conceptual layer of the mind, because it's also part of the divine or God. But if you get mired in the duality of the functioning of the mind, then you're going to just be ping-ponging or bouncing back and forth between hope and fear. It's always that duality that is being present. So Padmasambhava's teachings, Shiva's teachings, Krishna's teachings, and so on, are all advising us about particular ways how to go beyond duality and how to live in this non-dual luminous state of awareness, or at least know that that is your true nature. And you can always source that nature. It's a very, very important ability, because otherwise you're just um, repeating everything that you may have repeated for maybe even thousands of years. So today in the process, we are going to catch the ways our thoughts stray. So recognizing the straying of the thoughts. And we also will note and recognize how we are bound by the web of arising thought. Because know that thought at this level is a thing. It's energetic and it creates. So once you're actually plugged into the natural view, which is your natural self, you're automatically exuding light. You're exuding just that unbridled, divine luminescence. Babaji calls it the lightless light, because we cannot see it with our eyes, human eyes. Okay. So let's start the process. First, we usually go into a clearing of a general energy clearing, and then we go into the process of deconstructing our addiction to the mind. And that is analogous with the addiction to the personality, the addiction of fear or hope. Because how else are you going to truly manage on this earth plane if you buy into the dualism of your cognitive processes? Then all you're left with is addiction to thought, addiction to your personality, and also the addiction to control. Okay, so let's just sit straight with the spine erect. And if you want a much stronger and more immediate alignment with your center, then look towards your third eye and a little bit back. It's almost like you shift your attention to the center of your head, and it's a little bit back, almost like you're dropping your eyes into the pranic channel, like that. And you can curl your tongue into as much as you can back so that you are plugging in. Not a lot of us can do that. Plugging in the nasal passage from the inside of your mouth, but at least put your tongue to the top palate. What it does, the tongue movement and the eye movement, it actually starts magnetizing the Kundalini up up from the bottom of your spine and past your head. It's a very important, very subtle. It's a very subtle movement. And if it's too strenuous, you just let it go. But just start making yourself accustomed to it. Okay. And just start with a spinal breath. We're going to inhale from the back body, from the tailbone to the crown, and exhale from the crown down the front body back into the root. So inhale, slow down, and exhale through the front body. And there's a mantra to your breath. The inhalation from the back body has the sound so, and the exhale is hum. Do not forget the tongue and the movement up the eyes. Literally plug into the back side of your heart. This is your innate, pure state. And literally, there is a vanishing point in your heart field. And as you continue with the breath, continue with the eyes looking upwards. And plug into this space of the 0 point at your heart field. And notice as this breath is going on, start multitasking. See your spine becoming more and more electrified with this electric light blue light. And it's literally piercing through all the sluggishness. So let's just do that. First, connect the bottoms of your feet. There's 2 chakras there in both feet. One chakra and the other. Connect it to the center of the planet through a root system, energetic silver root system to the center of the planet. We're plugging into the telluric forces, the heartbeat of the planet, fully drawing up earth energy with the feet. So the feet can actually function like a mouth that is pulling up energy through the telluric forces. Perfect. Already started activating our immediate planetary, cosmic, and beyond harmonization. And the longer you can just stay with the transmission, the words that are transmitting a particular frequency, you can also notice that thoughts may be arising, feelings, sensations, maybe some physical discomfort. And allow all of that to just be here. Allow it. All the discomfort to be allowed to be here, because we are training our consciousness not to hope or fear, want something or not want something else. It's very important because there's a key. You are locked into the realm of Kal, okay? Every one of us. If you look at the Sri Yantra, you can look it up later on. Sri Yantra teaches you how to transmute your dualistic view into the pure view, the innate view. And I would call it the view of the soul. Continue with the breath. Up your spine, inhale. Down your front body, exhale. You can multitask. And we are transmuting this view that we have been mired in for thousands of years, ping-ponging between fear and hope, ping-ponging between pleasure and pain. And as we have now consciously connected to earth energy, we feel it streaming up our feet, knee chakras, and the knee chakras push it up into the tailbone, the lower side of the tailbone. Just feel it there. Feel that we are being energized. The body becomes an antenna. The body becomes an antenna that is being attuned to your highest divine soul path. And just literally feel that there is this lightning quality at the bottom of your tailbone. A lightning that is clearing up all of the densities that are still left there from the inorganic 3D matrix interposition. Because right now we are entering a new way of existence that no longer is able to sustain the old paradigms that are not in alignment with the virtues. Feel your tailbone. With the unconditional love and wisdom of our divine self. And a divine is not outside of you. It's also not an attainment. It is a remembrance. So we're not creating yet another separation. We're just noticing, and the more you can tune yourself to your natural view, tuning yourself to the existing view. We are literally magnetizing our attention and focus to the natural view. It's so important. That is the only purpose of your life. Because from the natural view, everything is taken care of. Feel the tailbone. And as your light becomes stronger, feel the energy of lightning, of this light blue electric light filling the entire spine past your head. It's also correcting your posture. And feel that your crown is fully activated by this electric light blue light. We're moving into the Atma, or the soul realm. We're making this body vehicle, avatar, open up to pure consciousness. So connect your consciousness in 2 points: root and crown. And they're harmonizing now in this beautiful cosmic dance. And feel the spine connecting them. If you remember to look up and have your tongue on your top palate. And just scan yourself and ask, are you adamantly trying to get anywhere? You're just getting these instructions and they're happening on their own. All you need to do is discipline your attention and focus. That's it, nothing more. Disciplining your attention and focus. Just feel how your sacral center is also being filled with this electric light blue light. Removing any and all cords that may be present, hooks that we've created to other people, entities, visible or invisible. So we now command to unhook. What are we essentially doing? Any type of energetic trace in your body vehicle tries to win your attention. This is a very, very important tenet. If you do not know how to detect it, it still is fighting for your attention. So we're using these yogic practices to open up the multi-layered bodily consciousness so that you move beyond the body, but at the same time, the body is integrated into the purity, the luminescence of unbridled awareness. The body no longer at that point poses a barrier because there's nothing to hold on to. You're not doing anything really with your breath. You're just breathing in up the spine, out the front body. While we are also clearing all of these major energy centers. And if you sometimes feel too much sensation or feelings or thoughts because the centers are clearing, make the electricity in your spine curse stronger. That's it. We're still at the sacral center, the creational center. Harmonizing the spin of this chakra with the root and the crown. And now we move into the third eye, which is the mirror image of your sacral chakra. Move your eyeballs up and feel the entire spine. This is your Kriya technology right now, where you're made to go through step by step and attuning process, attuning your body vessel to the cosmic intelligence that is Kriya. Breathe up from the back body, out from the front body. And we're moving in the third eye. Can have 3 points of contact, middle of the head, the center, between the two eyes, front of the head and back side of the head. And we are removing all the overlays, holographic inserts, all of the coarse, energetic effects. And just literally see how all of the brain, the neuronal pathways are illumined by this electric light, blue light. It's a very powerful force. very powerful. It's actually starting to pulsate in all the brain cells, activating not just 3% of your brain that we use, but activating a full capacity of receivership of the brain. The brain is not your mind. Do not confuse the two. Literally feel these sparks of electricity shooting out from your third eye outwards, illuminating the field. Activating also your fifth dimensional ability to see colors, other nuances of colors with your physical eyes. And also illuminating your amygdala, the backside of your head. The amygdala that is usually activating the fight, flight, or freeze, or fawn responses of your personality. We do not need this slave ship anymore, the slavery to our conditioning, to the senses, to our very immature emotional predispositions. You don't need that. Just see again, you're multitasking, your entire spine, light up, look up, thumb curled backwards. See how the root and the crown are harmonizing as much as the sacral and the third eye. This is called embodiment. You're harmonizing the higher and the lower fields of your experience. And slowly observe that the pranic channel, that is your spine, is slowly widening. Widening because there is relaxation. Because there is more flow. Because your 72,000 nadis, which are the subtle energy centers, are now being fed by this pure electromagnetic light. You're still breathing. Not forcefully, just naturally. Your consciousness can freely be attuned to once all the layers of your being are harmonized with each other. That is the yogic science. So that as above, so below is being achieved. Kriya is the highest technology of human for serving human evolution. This is a Kriya. It's moving you into the remembrance of the natural view. You are looking from the place of emanation, from that 0 point pure potentiality view. It is free from concepts. It's free even from energies. And now we move into the solar plexus, control center. Just see this electric light blue light cleanse all of the cordings that we have connected ourselves with, using these energetic cords to others, situations, even places, and just start removing these cords, retrieving them. And just say, command, I call all of my energy back from all space-time. And I also return all the energies that are not mine. Your solar plexus is the most important chakra of embodiment into this human vessel. It is our entire attainment is also contingent on the purity of this center, because this center aligns your personal will with your divine will. You can call it the will of your soul. And sometimes it's very frightening for the ego to align with that which is not automatically known. We're now downloading that photonic living light intelligence that is guiding each one of us to align with the divine will. That is the only way you can proceed into the new paradigm, attuning to your inner teacher, Antaryamin, or Antaratma, and follow. And this is where your personality, your ego will wander, because its plans, appointments, its control mechanisms will seem to not to work. Once you let go, you already are open to allow the natural intelligence of life to direct you, guide you. Now we move into the mirror image, the throat, the mirror image of the solar plexus, the throat. Illuminating this place with this electric light, blue light. Starts pulsating, activating all of your divine hearing. This is where you hear the voice of your higher self or your soul. You see? Your solar plexus's alignment with the divine will. And how do you align? By hearing the guidance of your higher self or soul through the purity of your throat center. It's so important. And we're just going to burn up in this electric light, blue light, all of the guilt or crudifications of energy that were caused by hurting others with our voice or words. It's going to be now neutralized, annulled, canceled, deleted. All of those words you may have used because you felt disempowered, hopeless. Clearing the slate so that we are not recreating the same timeline. So important. And also, we're going to delete and cancel the energetic imprinting from words that we have received from others that hurt us. Completely neutralized. Because each chakra is a field that is creating your reality. You're fully illuminating this place. Aligning with your divine guidance. Divine guidance is an instant knowing. Just like these words, the transmission, it's just instant knowing. There's no doubt. There's no duality. They just are, and they emanate in our field of consciousness. That's how your inner guidance works. And you have to open up to that purity. And then finally, just plug into the heart, the divine heart. And as we have opened our crown, we now become the site for pure cosmic light, the pure self light, to cascade down from around 80 meters above, down your crown into the heart. This pure living light of divine luminescence, activating all of the layers of your heart, your mystical heart that lives in poetry, that blesses everything in sight, that creates beauty, that aligns, that is forgiving, is healing, serving. Your God intelligence is always available. There would be absolutely no purpose to your bodily experience if you did not have access to your full divinity. Yes, you played hide and seek for a while, pretending that you forgot you're divine. Knowing. Once you get to know it, you cannot unknow it. So allow this transmission of pure consciousness cascading down, and then the heart space is distributing it everywhere in all of the layers of the body, the physical, the energetic, the mental, emotional, the wisdom body, and the bliss body. We have magnetized our multi-layered being to the pure consciousness field of the living light force. and start emanating this light from your heart into the plane where we are located here on earth. So we're being illumined horizontally now, receiving the vertical transmission of our soul, of the pure divine realm. And we are emanating it into the horizontal realm. That is, do you feel it? This is the crucifix. Crucifix is the 0 point, introducing the highest love, wisdom, and the will of divine intelligence into every single layer of existence. That's the crucifix. It's a yantra, a sacred geometry. Feel that your heart is emanating that luminescence. The alignment is now complete.